Now, narcissistically abusive people come into your life like a thief in the night to steal and to destroy. And a lot of times they break down everything that you feel you have worked so hard in this life to build. Perhaps even your home, your family, or maybe your work, a place of environment, your business, whatever the case may be. And if you're not careful, you can feel as though narcissists have sabotaged or stolen your success in this life. But to that, I would say it depends on how you define your success in this life. And I want to make the case that narcissists have not taken your success. Your success can and will follow you. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, oftentimes we find ourselves working very hard in a work environment to be able to build something and contribute and to grow in a company until a narcissist comes along and sabotages that, creates all kinds of mess and chaos, and ultimately you end up losing that job. Or you've worked hard in a relationship with a narcissistically abusive person to build a home, to build a family, to build something, and again, the narcissistically abusive person decides to sabotage all of that, and it collapses, and your dreams of having that home that you built and everything that you worked for is gone. And now, in these situations, when you leave, it's easy to feel it like you have lost your success or your ability to be a successful person. But I want to help you to understand something. Your success as an individual has nothing to do with what a narcissistic person has destroyed and broken down in your life. Your success follows you as an individual. Now then, I want to share some ancient literature with you. Now, the ancient literature of the Bible. Now, this is an interesting concept to understand, so bear with me, right? You don't have to believe the same thing that I believe, but it's an interesting principle to help you understand where your success in this life is and how you are still a successful person if you understand who you are and live according to that. Now, we've been studying Joseph. Joseph is a very popular ancient literature character. And now, Joseph was a slave that was sold by his own brothers into Egypt. And now watch this. Joseph had nothing going into Egypt. He was a slave. Yet, it says that he was successful. How does a slave boy have success? Well, it's the same way in which Jesus in the ancient literature, the New Testament, also has success. Success in what he does. It's not success financially. It's not success in trading things. It's not success in how much they've built and how many homes they owned and how many jets they own and how many Lamborghinis and cars they have. That is not the success that we're talking about. These are all things that can happen because of success, but success starts with the individual. Success is inside of you. Success was inside of Joseph. Success was inside of Jesus. How is the success defined when there's no fancy cars, when there's no buildings that they've built, when there's no homes that they own, when there's no Fortune 500 articles written about them? How is success defined? Well, we see how it's defined in the ancient literature as it described Jesus. Success came because of Jesus having wisdom, having stature, and as a result of stature, having favor. Wisdom, stature. What is stature? Stature is your ability to achieve. Doesn't mean you have to have a bunch of stuff made. It's just your ability to achieve. That's your stature. And then favor as a result. These three things equal success, according to the ancient literature, and I see no reason as to that changing even today. Joseph, in the ancient literature, as a slave boy, he found success with Potiphar, having nothing. Why? Because of his wisdom, because of his stature, and then because of his favor. He had wisdom, stature, favor, mainly because he answered to a higher power, a higher authority. He worked as though he was working for his higher power, his higher authority. He avoided getting entangled with a narcissistic woman, Potiphar's wife. Why? Because he answered to a higher power, a higher authority. He focused and he had wisdom and he had discernment and he had stature and he found favor because of his higher power, because of his moral principles, right? These things nobody can take away. Now watch this in the story of Joseph in the ancient literature. Potiphar's wife became angry with him because he did not give her what she wanted. What she wanted was wrong. She wanted to have sex with Joseph even though she was married. She desired him. She objectified Joseph and said, I want you. You're hot. I want that body. Joseph said, no, I answer to a higher authority. She got mad. She came up with this story, which is what narcissists do. They don't get their way. They will come up with a story and a lie to smear your name. How dare you insult them by not giving them what they want? Like a child throwing a temper tantrum, saying, this toy is not playing with me the way I want it to. I'm going to throw it out. This is a good indication, by the way, that narcissists don't care about the person. Potiphar's wife didn't care about Joseph as a person. She just thought he was hot. The narcissistic people in your life don't care about you as an individual. They just want to use you for one reason or another. And when you say no, they become offended. They have no use for you, and so they discard you. And this is what happened with Joseph. Joseph had amassed notoriety, success, where he was as a slave for Potiphar. He was blessed, and it was all thrown away because of Potiphar's wife. And Joseph went to jail based on her lies, attacking Joseph with her lies. But now watch this. When Joseph was in jail, guess what happened? Joseph was a success in jail. He found favor, it says, with the warden. Why? Because of his wisdom, because of his stature, and because of his favor. You see, the success that Joseph is inside didn't change. The location changed. The narcissist was able to crumble down the life that Joseph thought he had, living in the lap of luxury as a servant to the second in command, Potiphar. And when the narcissist swept in and stole that, knocked it all down and said, no way, Joseph, none of this is yours, she took everything from him except for his success and his ability to be successful. The same is true with you and with me. Your success doesn't depend on what you've built up. You can go from a mansion to the dirt, and you can find success in the dirt. If Joseph can go from serving in a mansion to Potiphar in Egypt to being thrown in prison and still be successful in prison, that's an indication that your success doesn't go anywhere. And as you know in the rest of the story with Joseph, he eventually got out and he became the second in command over all of Egypt. Why? Because the fruit of your success is inevitable. Even if you have to spend some time in the dirt after narcissistic abuse, when the narcissist destroys what you've built up, you carry on in your success in life. You stay with your stature, you stay with your wisdom, you stay with your integrity. You'll find success even in the dirt. And then you can build yourself back up. And the inevitable fruits of your success in life, what the narcissist can't take away from you, the inevitable fruit is to flourish in this life. And you will. So I know it hurts right now because the narcissist knocked down all that you built up. But you can still be successful even in the dirt. The narcissist hasn't taken your success from you. Listen, I want to be a part of your healing journey, help you to understand these principles even further. Down below in the description box, you can find access to one-on-one appointments with me. We could have a telephone call, FaceTime or WhatsApp video conference call, or a text message consultation. It's all down there, the direct links to my calendar. So head on down there, and I'll be back with more videos for you right here on The Royal We.